All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our regular public council meeting for Tuesday, October 15, 2024, here in the town of Torbay. Can I get new business? Councillor Tepper, just in case you're still around. Councillor Manning.
I'll pass.
Councillor Goss.
Pass, please. Excuse me.
Deputy Mayor.
Pass.
Pass. And I just got a thanks. Okay. All right. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as amended, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Thank you very much. First thing on the agenda is public council minutes for Tuesday, October 1st. Can I get a motion to adopt, please?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any errors or omissions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Thank you. Conflict of interest, we got this little sheet here, just has a watershed amendment for South Pond. As usual, as always, if something comes up that you feel might be a conflict, declare it at the time. No proclamations, no presentations, no Q&A. Mayor's report. I was gonna briefly mention that myself and Councillor Tapper, Councillor Pollard, and CAO met with some officials from Infrastructure Canada last week to talk about our current, I guess, our project that we're moving forward with Great Pond Water Supply. And we had a good meeting, and we look forward to hearing back from them and continuing on with that process. All right, business arising report. Any questions on that? Seeing none, thank you. Correspondence. We do have a letter here from resident referring to or requesting that the town look at a swimming pool for Killicoast area. She did email this to the planning department. I would say that we should forward that on to, it doesn't matter. One of them can bring it forward as part of the budget discussion, and we can have a discussion about it as council. I do know that there was some work done around that back maybe in 2010, Ralph, I think. It goes back a ways.
Water is the issue on that
It
as
is,
well, yeah.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So anyway, we can put it on our agenda, have a talk about it, and then we can get back to that resident and other residents as well, who might be interested in that. Committees at council. Planning, Land Use and Development, Councillor Tepper.
Okay. I was just loading there now.
Needs more bandwidth. Big report. Oh yeah, mine loads up like that.
Mine does too, always does.
It usually takes a long while, but tonight it just
All right, sir.
strange.
She's
Must
up
be
for you?
whoever's first in.
Okay, there's a couple of motions there. We met October the 9th. So, Councilor Pollard, staff. The first motion, South Pond Watershed Rezoning Amendment, MPA number 7, DRA that's, again, it's, up, where our, current water supply is, in North Pond. And, I'm just going to go directly to the motion. Recommendation first, the committee discussed status of proposed amendments and cited no objection to the proposed amendment. The committee confirmed that this amendment will ultimately not permit development in the South Pond area at this point, with exception of the property at 7 Pump House Road. All other lands will remain in a holding zone, conservation zone, or rural zone. Based on this, the committee supports the proposed amendments and is tabling the following motion. Motion to adopt Torbay Municipal Plan Amendment number 7, 2023, and Torbay Development Regulations Amendment number 13, 2023, South Pond Watershed Amendment as tabled. To appoint Stephen B.
Yep, check.
As independent commissioner and schedule a public hearing in association with the amendments in accordance with the requirements of the Urban and Rural Planning Act, 2000. So there's some references there to the amendment.
Moved? Moved.
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Seconded. All right, carry on.
No, I think, again, we've been working on this now, for a long while, and, finally coming to this point, and I think it's what, for sure, what council wants and the people out there as well in that area. So I think it's a good step forward.
Okay, any other comment? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
So we have another motion B, stop work order release fee. The town currently has a stop work order release fee of $1,000 in effect as per Torbay's 2024 tax and fee structure, applicable to those property owners where an order was issued for property deficiencies that subsequently were addressed. This likely was put in effect at the time to discourage violations needing to move all the way to the stage of an order needing to be issued. In the last 4 years, this fee was applied 3 times, being invoiced at a compliance or release stage. This proved counterproductive at the compliance stage. The Planning and Development Committee, in conjunction with Planning and Development Committee, the Planning and Development Department, in conjunction with the Planning and Development Committee, are currently reviewing the process, and the committee recommends that this fee not be collected in 2024 until such time as the process has been clarified, and that the process is reviewed in conjunction with council's review of the 2025 fee schedule. Therefore, the following motion is tabled. Motion to refrain from collecting the stop work order release fee in 2024 and to review the process going forward. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? Well, I'm happy that we're doing this. I always thought it was kind of a punitive thing. You put a stop work order on someone to do something, and then they do it, and then on top of that, you then charge them another $1,000. I always thought that wasn't really fair. I'm happy to see this come forward. Thank you.
Well, we had a few areas of town listed, or, buildings this year that, we got our wheels stuck, and it was mostly because of this, fee was charged and everything else, but it was cumbersome, safety. So this is why we're putting it on hold until we review and get the budget done.
And I think your point about only having 3 in the last 4 years shows why it probably slipped off our radar. We don't really notice it that much, right?
Yeah, no, I have talked to Julie about this, and I think there's a method forward, but this just isn't the right one. And I really do question, what possible legal options might be available too, right? So I think it's the right move.
Right, okay, go ahead.
Microphone.
Oh, you're up. Your microphone's not on.
Sorry about
That's
that.
all right. Trust it, but trust me, everything that he said was jewels of wisdom.
Do you want me to repeat?
No, that's all right.
Okay, so
All in
moved.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Okay, there's another motion here for permit listings. Attached are the Torbay 2024 permit listings for weeks ending October the 9th, 2024. Therefore, the following motion is tabled. Motion to accept Torbay 2024 permit listings for weeks ending October the 9th, 2024 as tabled. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
And there are other updates and information there. There's a long list, but at least we're keeping them as current as possible. So if there's any questions on any of those,
Anybody got any questions on any of those items in the planning report? Okay, all right, thank you, sir.
okay.
Moving along, admin and HR. Counselor Manning. How come the
One of
names
these
are
years you'll
reversed?
get, one of these
Somebody
years you'll
needs
get it
to
right.
Somebody needs to
when we
put
change
chair
it.
Habits, I know,
When we change it, it'll go to you then.
yeah.
Deputy Mayor. Oh, boy, I'm sorry.
Said you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? Um, We met, myself and Rhonda and the director and CAO on October 8th. It's pretty straightforward there. Capital asset mapping technologist. Interviews are be on the way on the 21st to the 25th, finalized interview. Same thing with the heavy equipment operators. I have one motion here. As we all know, a while back, we had a presentation at our committee of the whole for the next step scale and compensation model. And be it resolved that the town of Torbay adopt the non-unionized step scale compensation model as presented effective October 15, 2024. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Yeah, just the reference to the effective October 15, I think it's
That's just the motion.
just a motion, yeah.
But the effective date would be
January.
January 1,
Yeah, just to
2025.
Okay.
It won't be coming into force until January, so.
Good point.
Thank you.
Thank you. The mock disaster tabletop exercise is now confirmed for the 24th. So we're hoping as many staff and as many counselors as possible do this exercise. It's been a long time trying to get this organized, so. And the municipal benefits plan status update. The town is currently in the process of completing a review of our current municipal employee benefits. And be more information once it becomes available to staff and council. Next meeting is on the 22nd, that's it.
All right, any questions on any of that? All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Corporate services. Counselor Goss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Myself and Councillor Pollard and our director, David Pine, met 11:30 a.m. on 11:30 a.m. on October 8th. There are some motions amongst the information. So we have the following invoices totaling $560,132.44 are presented for approval. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Not gonna read them out?
We've done this both ways.
Right.
So
It's up to you.
it seems like one week we're reading them out, next week we're not. So, you know, I think we just need to all get on the same page on this.
Okay. All right, got a motion and a seconder. Any comment or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Also, we have there a motion with regards to write-off of all accounts and receivables. The committee recommends adjusting the account and writing off the amount of $7,634.07 to the allowance for doubtful accounts. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Again, Mr. Mayor, the minutes were there for anybody who had any questions. If there are none, that so ends my report.
Great, thank you, sir. Any questions on anything? Anybody have? All right, moving right along. Economic development, tourism, history, and culture. Counselor Tapper.
Okay, our report is there. We met on the 7th. Just to touch base on a few items. Just to mention again, the Small Business Week is upcoming October the 21st to the 25th. So there's a list of items there, activities that are scheduled for that week. And the fall market is at the Commons on October the 20th, Torbay Commons, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And again, we've got so many tables set up, and hopefully that's going to be a good, again, a good event this year at the Fall Community Market. Just to mention that the website redesign and updating, this has been talked about now for some time, and we're going to get to work on that, and hopefully, depending on the budget, we'll see some improvements to the website in the new year. So that's long overdue. Just to mention as well, I'm the council rep on the History House Advisory Committee. We met as well last week, and I just want to mention a couple of points from that meeting. Noah reported that right now, since our opening, History House opening, we've gone over 10,000 visitors. And that includes in 2023-24, 4,800. And in the last 6 months in 2024, we already got 4,400. So, you know, I think that speaks for itself. And congratulations to the manager and his staff for a great job. And before I leave on that note, just want to send thanks out to Mr. Jerry Hayes. Jerry retired from our advisory committee due to health problems, but Jerry is a known icon in the town. He was town manager for years. Got a lot of knowledge on not only the town, but the whole history of the town. So again, thanks Jerry for a great job and for helping out. Well, he's one of the first members on this committee, so hopefully he'll get well and back on his feet, and we'll have him back again. So I believe that's my report. If there's any questions.
Any questions? It's not so much of a question, but I think it's gonna fall under your committee, so I'll just bring it up now. I had a discussion and I got an email from the Harbor Authority. They got approved for some upgrades to the wharf that are gonna be happening, and as part of that work, most of, or probably all of, the current mural that's down there on the seawall is either gonna be damaged or eliminated somehow. And they understand and see the value of having that there, as did we, because the town put it there in the first place. And I would like to see if we can go down there, get some pictures, get a picture of what's currently there, and look at putting that back once the new seawall gets put in place, because it is a great tourist attraction, and people like to go down there and get their picture in front of it. It's really well done.
Yeah.
And the one that was done down on the beach on Robert Refine's wall there was really well done as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are public art that I think is important, and might be able to round up some funding for that or something.
That item did come up at our meeting, and we had a little bit of discussion on it, so we're going to try to capture it again, whatever way we can, right? Because there is a lot of history there.
All right, thank you.
That's been amazing how that's been there for so long and nothing done with it, and it stayed there.
Yeah.
Like the colors.
Joe Whitty's
so
still got a
vibrant.
smile on his face.
Yeah, no, but when you look at, when you talk about vandalism and everything, that's.
Yeah. Yeah.
hasn't had nobody go near it.
Right, and the same
all
as
this
the
time.
one at the beach?
Yeah,
And those traffic boxes that Brenda
Yeah.
Rowe painted in 2017?
Yes, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's
awesome.
great that people respect that
Yeah.
art, because that's what it is, right? So,
yeah.
yeah, you always hear so much negative
Yeah,
stuff,
but
right? It's
that's-
nice for that positive piece.
I just wanted to mention one more thing that I forgot.
Right.
NOAA presented some documents at the advisory committee level, and I was going to get maybe Kim to photocopy them, and I'll give them to all councillors, because he put a lot of work and effort into it. And I'm not sure if you saw them yet, Sandy, but they're worth a read for everybody. Yeah, yeah,
Excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a copy for me as well.
good.
Great, and you know what, great point, because when the staff puts a lot of work into something like that, it's nice for us to be able to see it
Yeah.
and be able to appreciate what they
It's
did.
different policies, yeah. So,
Yeah, they're, good point.
All right, now you're done. Anybody have any questions on any other items in that report? Okay, where am I to? Infrastructure and Public Works, Counselor Goss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you will see again, we met there October 9th, 8:15 PM, myself, Councillor Appleby, and Director Brian Winter. There are some information there about the projects that are ongoing. We have some motions to address. Regarding the culvert replacement on Wood Pines Lane and Moores Valley Road. Motion to award the contract to replace the culverts on Wood Pines Lane and Moores Valley Road to Farrell's Excavation Limited in the amount of $97,052.50 plus HST. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried.
Excuse me. Also, we have another motion there with regards to the culvert and abutment replacement project for Pine Ridge area. The motion reads, motion to award the contract to replace the driveway culverts in the Pine Ridge area to Platinum Construction in the amount of $9,990 plus HST per driveway. 7 driveways will be completed this year. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried.
Another motion there with reflection of the common generator project. The motion is to approve change order number 1, which deals with some extra work that was required earlier in the project in the amount of $1,644.50 plus HST. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried.
Motion regarding the water and wastewater projects. The motion reads, that the motion that the town of Torbay proceed with application under the Green and Inclusive Community Buildings Program for Phase 3 of our North Pond Water Treatment Plant Project in the amount of $3,535,560 plus HST. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, questions?
I just want to ask, and I guess same as on the other one, is that a budgeted item?
I would imagine it is, that was the application that was in, right?
Yes, it is budgeted.
Yep.
Okay. And the same way with the other one, because if not, need to, I guess, identify where it's coming from. Okay. All right.
I thought we were approved for Phase 2 and Phase 3 of the water treatment at North Pond. Did I misunderstand something? I know we applied for Phase 1, then we applied for all phases. Then I thought we got approved for Phase 1, and then we got approved also for Phase 2 and 3, but maybe it was just 2.
My recollection was also, I thought, kind of the same, but I guess, Director, unless, do you have any update on that? But Brian's not here tonight, so obviously it's not something that...
My understanding is all 3 phases have been approved.
Yeah.
This is just additional funding that's available through a different source.
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
Awesome.
That's what I like to hear. And is it stackable?
Yep.
That's what I
Yeah,
also like to hear.
We're just
Okay.
looking for extra money.
No further questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
And that ends the motions, Mr. Mayor. There's, again, the minutes are there if anybody has any questions.
Sure. Anybody got any questions on any of those other items? Okay,
If
thank you,
not, sir,
sir.
that's my report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Recreation, Community Services, Counselor Manning.
My turn. So we had our meeting on Wednesday, October the 9th, and the minutes are all there. We don't have any motions. I just wanted to touch on, there's, about the Christmas events and the soccer field name, so we discussed that, and went in and, as a council, went in and had a look just to see what's needed to be done and the state of the field in there. And there was one thing I really wanted to point out, was the Safe Community Action Plan. The director has updated the committee on plans to host various sessions to support building a safer community. These will include online safety, babysitting courses, home alone safety courses, sessions by the RNC, fire safety, Lions Quest, Red Cross courses, and financial literacy courses for seniors. I just wanted to point that out because I think those are, that was probably one of the most important things to me personally there in these minutes. So and that's it. That ends my minutes there. If anyone has any questions, please ask.
Any questions, anybody? All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Liaison Committees, Atlantic Mayor's Congress, I have no update. Intergovernmental Affairs, Provincial, Federal, Municipal, I will say I gave an update earlier on our federal government meeting. Also, I want to say thank you to the Harbour Authority. This falls under intergovernmental. The Harbour Authority for their hard work in getting that money, their funding approved to fix the wharf down at Teppers Cove. It's been in pretty bad shape now for probably 4 or 5 years, and it's nice. It's going to get extended and make the facility better. It's going to be safer. It's going to be all around a better place to use. And I want to thank MP Thompson too for working hard on that. The chair of the Harbour Authority told me that he felt, his opinion, not mine or anybody else's, that she really went and got that money for them, and I really appreciate that on our behalf, certainly. Teppers Cove is not ours, but it is an asset in our town, and it's nice to see it getting some work done on it. Jackburn Regional, Councilor Manning.
No, we haven't.
Okay, Northeast Avalon Joint Council, Deputy Mayor.
We were supposed to have a meeting last week and again tomorrow, and due to not enough people responding, we decided to wait until November because it'll be an AGM at that time as well.
All right, yeah, it's a hard time of year to try and get something going.
Once you get away from the original schedule, I think it's hard to get people back again, so.
Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, we did receive an email today from the RNC about some additional social media information that they're providing us that we want to be able to share on our website and our social media, right? Am I right in that? Did you get that email?
I'm not aware of it, no.
Anyway, I was on an email
No,
today.
I didn't get it.
And that's what it was. And I also want to thank them for putting that sign out on Torbay Road, the mobile sign saying that please slow down, a message from the RNC. Every little bit helps. And, you know, the fact that you notice that in the morning going out. And I have noticed them doing some additional patrols and enforcement in our area, which is always good. We're still working on getting a public meeting with the RNC, with some of our residents to particularly go over the new ATV.
We have a meeting with them next week, not a
Ag
public meeting, but a
stuff.
meeting with the RNC.
Right, and then once we get that, we'll be able to figure out where we go from there.
Are the cameras set up yet? I know they're there, but they're not
Our cameras.
on Tory Road. They're supposed to be.
First I heard of it.
No?
Yeah.
There are 3 or 4.
Well, speed cameras.
Couple
you
that I
know?
know of, they're there, but they weren't, not operational is what I was told.
That's good.
Yeah, it's all right. I never,
Lots of
I
tickets up there.
didn't know they were there. They didn't tell us.
Surprise.
Surprise, here we go.
You'll get the notice in the mail.
Yeah.
So, Torbay Volunteer Fire Department, Councillor Manning.
They didn't have their meeting last week. Certainly, they had a very busy week, and I just want to throw out thanks to each and every one of the volunteers. They did a lot of between parades, 2 parades. They had 2 open houses. I was over to the one here in Torbay. Great when you got a grandchild now, right? You can go to these things again. I mean, the kids absolutely loved it, so that was a huge hit. And the fact, visiting schools and other organizations around. So they had a busy week, and from what I hear, a job well done. So thank you to them.
Okay, thank you. Urban Municipalities Committee, we don't have nothing to report. The next meeting is in a couple of weeks at the Evanel AGM. And I don't know that we have anybody registered from our town to go, so we'll see. I'll be here, so I'll make sure everybody's kept apprised of what's what. Something that was just on my tongue and I forgot about it. Yeah, so, and I guess I should have mentioned this in my intergovernmental affairs meeting, is that most of us, a lot of us attended training last week in Holyrood for the new municipal legislations that's going to be enacted January 1st.
January 1st.
And there's a lot of changes in there, a lot of new stuff that we need to know as councillors, but probably more so for staff to be able to keep us all on the straight and narrow for what we're allowed to do, what we should be doing, what we're not allowed to do. And it's quite a lengthy document, but for those who weren't able to attend the session on last week, I do have a copy of the documentation in my truck, I believe, and it has all highlighted pieces in there, what changed, and talks about some things that didn't change. So,
I can also add to that there are 2 more training sessions scheduled in November. They're both virtual, but for anyone that hasn't attended, we did have a really good show at the in-person training. Several staff members and we had 3 councillors, including the mayor. So if any other councillor or staff member wants to attend, you can certainly sign up for the virtual sessions. I have the dates and times, as does Kim, so you can approach either one of us.
the session would have been a lot quicker, except for that one person that just kept asking all the questions.
I wonder who they were. We'll have a talk to them.
We couldn't catch his eye.
I know, could figure it out.
Listen, if you don't know something,
Absolutely.
ask. There's no such thing as a stupid question.
That's right.
All right, so I just thought I'd mention that. We got no notice of motion. We only got me on the go-around. And I want to say thank you to our staff, and that would include the Torbay Volunteer Fire Department for all the hard work you've done the last few weeks. Particularly, I was happy to participate in the fire prevention parade, and as well the open house at the fire department the other night. Thank you for the hot dog, and I needed that before I went to darts, so it worked out all right for me. And it's so nice to see, a lot of the young people come over to participate in the open house in particular, and learn from the firefighters about fire safety and get a chance to look at the equipment that we have. And I think they really, really appreciate that. So thank you to them for doing that.
The budget session for
What?
Thursday night, or that's next Thursday.
Next
To
Thursday.
remind the public,
Oh, but the budget session?
budget session.
Next
at the
Thursday,
time.
the 26th.
Another one in early November.
Okay, and that's gonna be here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and you can notice, you'll see that on our social media channels.
And anybody who wants to present should contact Kim Usman and arrange a time.
Okay, perfect. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for your hard work for the last couple of weeks, and the winter season is almost upon us. The K-Rock is about to drop their pumpkin, so when that happens, winter starts. Summer's over when the regatta's over, and winter starts when the pumpkin drops.
And the Christmas items are at Costco.
Yeah.
Just
So,
saying.
we don't have any Q&A people tonight. And our next public council meeting is scheduled to take place Monday, October 28, 2024, 6:30 right here in the council chambers in the town of Torrey Bay. And with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn, please.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried. Thank you.
Now we can do a little thing for,
Sure.
must be a record for fastest meeting.
That's gotta be.